Hello everyone and welcome to this Python tutorial. So if you're new to my channel, remember to support by subscribing and also by sharing this video. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through on what is called Python pip. So as you can see on line 1, this is just something to print for those that are starting to learn programming. But our main focus is on understanding what this thing called PIP or just pip, which is also called Python. Okay, Python installation package manager, or Python installation package manager. So Python installation package. So what this means is that this is more like a manager that allows us to install different kind of packages that we can use in every single program that you're making, depending on what is it that you want to do. Okay, so you can install every single package, okay, or every single module. Okay, so this is an installation package manager. It is a piece of software that helps us to manage all our packages that we want to use in our program. Okay, so now I'm going first of all to comment the first line and then just run the code. Now for those that are watching, you are following me, I'm using Sublime Text just to code this whatever code that I want to create your program. So in Sublime Text, if you want to run the file or rather the program, you just click Ctrl B. Okay, now that I've commented on number 1, line 1, this will not actually show any output on this window at the bottom here. Okay, now what is it that you're talking about? Okay, so now if you want to know that maybe you have this installed, okay, so how to check for pip? So if installed, okay, so how to check for this if it is installed on your computer? So the thing that you do is first of all, make sure that Python is installed. Okay, so make sure that Python is installed. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just open the commands terminal. So if you're using Windows operating system, okay, then you must have this command software, rather this command prompt software. Okay, so I'm opening. Okay, so now you can see that this is my command prompt. So what I can just type in Python, okay, just py, it is fine. So if you have this kind of a thing, then just know that Python is actually installed. Okay, so if it is installed, then I can exit by just using that command command keyword exit. Okay, then I exit out of that Python environment. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say maybe pip or pip underscore version. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. Okay, so there is no such command, so let's just remove this. Okay, so now you can see that my pip Python installation package manager. So this software that allows me to install the packages based on what is it that I want to use them. So it doesn't just have to be every kind of whatever you're using. Okay, so you can see that my pip version is 25.0 whatever. Okay, and I'm using Python 3.14. okay, now if you are using Python like below 3, then this is not by definition, or rather by default, installed. Okay, so you have to make sure that you upgrade whatever version of Python you're using. You can use this is almost the latest Python version. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is we're now going to see if we can actually install. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now install. Okay, so let's install one of the package. Okay, so one of the package called Camel Case. Okay, so these are something to do with the capitalization of the text, whatever text that you are working with in your program. So maybe you just want to capitalize that. Okay, of course, for example, if I say a name equals to this Mike, okay, this is how you define a variable, and then also initialize a variable, and then also assign it a value which is on the right side. Okay, this is how you do it in Python. Okay, and then from there, in fact, let's see, maybe not, let's just say greet. So I'm just going to say good morning. Okay, so good morning. Now I just want to capitalize the variable, the value of this variable. So I'm going to say greet dot. Okay, so now I can say dot upper. Okay, so which means that I have to print this variable, because it has the method that we can sort of like let's say function. Okay, so function upper, so this is a method. Okay, so just want to print this. Let's see how it's going to work out. Okay, so now you can see that we have this output, very nice output, good morning. Okay, but then we just want to specific and then install let's say I'm going now to go on the command terminal. Okay, can do this. Now I'm going to install this package. So this package will allow me to capitalize my text. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to say pip. So what is going to happen, guys, is that if you have installed this package, then if it is there in that particular location or in the Python environment, it's going to actually say no. Okay, so let's say pip install, so the keyword install camel case. Okay, then click enter. Let's say if I'm connected to the internet. Okay, so it's not connected to the internet. Okay, so make sure whenever you're installing a package, your computer should be connected to the Wi-Fi or some sort of internet or network. Okay, so just switching on my. Okay, so Okay, so what am I getting? Okay, so of course I don't want to run this update for the pip, so there's a pip 25.2, that's the latest version. As you can see, or you saw that above there, I'm using pip 25.0.1. so just ignore that, that's not our main focus. So let me go on pip install camel case. Okay, so make sure that you've got internet connection. Okay, so just wait a bit. Okay, so now it's saying pip install camel case. um, just reading this part. Okay, so it says what? Pip install camel case requirement already satisfied, and then they give me the location. Okay, so that is installed. So lib site packages 0 point something. Okay, so let's try to camel. Okay, so camel case. Let me just check the version. So camel case. Let's go. Okay, so okay, let me go to the list. Python. So click list. Okay, so far okay, so I think let's just ignore that. Okay, so our camel case package by is installed. Okay, so if you want, you can do pip and install the name of the package. Okay, just for those that may find it difficult to install, so let me just uninstall it, and then I'm going to reinstall. Okay, so it says proceed. Okay, yes, so we have successfully uninstalled camel case 0.2. Okay, or 0.2. So now let me install it again. Pip install camel case. Okay, so now it's collecting camel case using cache, installing, collected. So successfully installed. Okay, so it is successfully installed our Python packaging. So what is it that we're going to do? Okay, so now we are done. Now you have to be very careful when it comes to how to use this package. Okay, let me just now okay, so now how do we use this package? So the thing is that we have to say keyword import. So import, what's the name of this package? So it's camel case. Okay, so now after we import, it's more like we activate this packaging for the using for using it, okay, in our program. So we're going to say let's declare variable C and initialize, give it a value. Okay, so camel case. Now I'm saying import this, okay, and then use the package, okay, and then within the package now go to the specific class, okay, because how do you know that you're using a class? It is because it's going to start with a capital letter, okay, as opposed to maybe how the function can start with. So camel case, okay, because it is a class, so we have to there is, you know, brackets. Then after that, now we can define some sort of like text that we want to use, okay. So let's say greet. Okay, so I just want you to see the difference with what I did with that thing uppercase. So greet, this is just a text. So I'm going to say good evening just to make it different. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say print. Okay. Now I'm going to get the variable C. So now this calls the package and the class, okay, again dot, okay. So of course you can look at what is available here, but this one doesn't give you much, okay. So print, now there is a function, so this is a method now, so pump, okay, and then whatever text we want to pass in, so it's a greet, okay. Now let's see how this is going to come out, okay. So you save this and then Control B, okay. Oops, what's happening? Okay, so what's going on? Oh my god. Okay, so this is because of the location. Maybe can I change the location? Let me just pull some of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on desktop, okay. P1. Okay. So let's see if this is going to work out. Okay, so it appears that so this is supposed to be capital C. Okay, so make sure that you understand what the error is actually telling you. Okay, so this that has been underlined says attribute error module camel case is no attribute camel case. So we needed to sort of like folder into this class, okay. So this should be able to work. Again, what? Is it because of the spelling or what? Oh, sorry, the camel case, okay. Okay, so this now should be work. I'm tired of making this stuff. Okay, so now you can see that is this even happening? Okay, like what's going on? C.hump. Okay, yeah, so this has now capitalized you can see if I change this G to small letter, that should be able to give us the capital letter, okay. a G. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so if I change, say where are you going, for example, so you find that every first letter of the word is going to be capitalized. Okay, so okay, so now you can see that every letter is now capitalized. So where are you going? So this is how the camel case function actually, the package, this is the whole purpose of this camel case. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Of course, I've taken much time just to make sure that those that are watching for the very first time and they have never actually had any experience whatsoever when you talk about programming, so my focus is on such people. Okay, so you can also check out this site. Okay, so where you can find maybe HTTPS on that, then at this python py.org. okay, so these things are for free. Okay, so you can go to this site and then just sort of like maybe just see what some other kind of some other kind of packages or modules that you can look out for and use them in your program or whatever that you're doing. So thank you so much. It's bye bye. See you in the next video.